Alright, yeah, so we're back here in the Swampstark Center. I think we go and do a mission that I really don't like. That seems to be, like, the major thing about this world. I just don't like a lot of the missions. So this is down home cooking.
With all the hay and feathers in here, just looking at this place has got me breaking out in hives.
Jesus.
But we've got no choice. That ghost over there contacted me on Spectre Wave Radio, and we've cut a deal. He's promised us a key if you can whack 50 chickens. I guess he needs them to make a big pot of gumbo, but he's scared of the bob-toed roosters. Be careful, or they'll blow you to bits. Think you can do it?
We don't even get a chance to respond. Okay, so this mission, it's a timed mission where you get 1 minute and 30 seconds to hit 50 chickens, and that is all we do. We just run around and hit chickens. But every so often they'll spawn these two guys. They wield bombs and they just run at you, and they just don't give a fuck at all. I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like corral them together so they hit each other and go off. So not only are you trying to be dodging these assholes, but hitting 50 chickens in 1.5 minutes. The hard part about this is just the chickens, because they are, the roosters I should say, they are faster than you. And apparently I'm going to be stuck on the barrel. That and they suck, so, you know, there's also that. Needless to say, it took me quite a few times to get this mission done. So I did just cut out to the end try. It took me a while to understand the roosters' pathing, which is so weird. And I don't think they spawn till 15. Yeah, 15 or so. Once you hit 15 chickens, they're like, okay, time to send out the bomb squad. I love it because this mission, you can have some of the chickens, like, I think the chicken, like, walking is sporadic and random. So if they get corralled up in a corner, it's just by chance. But sometimes it doesn't really matter if they're corralled in a corner because they somehow just all run past you. And they just find ways to, like, not get hit. And it's so weird. I don't know. This was an odd mission, just in general. It's a weird minigame. Didn't really like this one. Probably would have preferred just shooting more piranha fire. Fueling up my fire boat. I don't know what to call it. I would say there's some sort of tactics to this where you find the right pathing and jump over the right barrel to have them run into each other. It took me a while to figure that out. Didn't realize you can just jump over these things. And there you go. It's not a hard mission in general, it's just annoying. Trying to like run around and hit all these chickens before I get blown up or the time runs out. So it's just a weird, odd mission. But that was the last mission, so I assume now we go fight Miss Ruby, and Miss Ruby is a freaking awful fight. That's so annoying. And you'll see why in a bit. So there we go, we've unlocked it. That should fall down and hit these guys and kill them. And we're supposed to jump over there. The lid to the whole operation is like sitting on there.
I tried jumping on the lid of that cauldron to build up steam pressure. I'm sure it'll work to launch you up into Ms. Ruby's skull temple.
Still not sure how you like have this trajectory like completely pointed out and like how it's pin perfect this one particular area. It's impressive, I will say that. But I cannot jump down or jump across from there, so I have to actually jump on above the mast. You'll see like a little platform, that's where you're supposed to walk up. Apparently I didn't realize that, so I had to go back and, you know, jump back on. So one of these days I'll actually do the mission. And there we go. There's the pressure, and then we fly, and we like somehow automatically go towards the mouth of this thing. I don't know what it is. It looks like a dragon, but maybe an alligator.
I could feel that vibe of coming. Most distastefully bad juju.
Yeah, well, you give me the creeps too, lady. Cooking up an army of ghosts isn't a very neighborly pastime.
Oh, Sly. I see your mouth moving, but all I hear is blah, blah, blah. Well, if jaws need to flap, then let them flap. See you in the next world, Sly Cooper.
So in case you're wondering why she meant that, this is why. So the intro to this area is a literal jaw that just somehow can still be used to munch stuff. Really odd. And we're like, I don't even know how this is even supposed to, like, if this was an actual mouth, then there were just like random teeth growing like where the tongue should be. I'm just saying, it's not anatomically correct. And I'm pretty sure I get hit here. Yeah. So the fight itself is not hard. All you really have to do is just walk over, jump, and hit her, avoiding the ground pound. But this is where things get a little harder.
I have my servant Chumley escort you over here.
All right. What's the catch?
Oh, not much. Just a little game I like to play with all my annoying guests. I want to see how well you pay attention.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll unleash my mighty mojo magic upon you. If you repeat what I do, you'll dodge it just fine. If not, you'll get zapped.
A little voodoo Simon Says, huh? Sounds easy enough.
So essentially, the majority of this boss fight is a button masher, quick time event, and I think there's like specific names. I think it's zigzag, yeah. So zigzag, zag, and then zag, zigzag. Okay, so circle is zag, square is zig, triangle is voo, and X is do. So it sounds weird when you're trying to like, when you hear them like randomly say it, and you're just like, what the fuck are they doing? But yeah, the majority of this fight's not hard. It's just the timing of the second room, of this room, is really tight near the end, and I just, I hate it. I hate it. I don't remember this being this hard, because I did play this on the PS2 when it not originally came out, but before the HD came out. And I don't remember this area being this so hard for me. I don't know. Quick time events, I'm not horrible at. Like, you can tell I'm not terrible, but at the same time, it's like this one particular, I think it's one of the voodoo jumps like that near the end, where it just ate my inputs and just didn't do anything. Like, you'll see if I'm just standing still when I get hit. I think. No, it's the next one. Yeah, it ate my circle input, and I didn't understand why. I was sitting there, I'm like, game? What are you doing? And it game overed me. I was like, wait, what? Hopefully I cut this out. The worst part about this is that I can't exactly, like, for some boss fights, there's like conversations in between the fights. I think it's only for the last one, now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe I did just do a hashtag production value and I just didn't realize it, even though I'm watching it again. So yeah, all this fight is just a quick time event, quick time event galore, and then you hit her and then you go into more quick time. Not really sure why she has chickens here, but then has chickens that she just kills. I guess those are roosters, technically. Technically, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I think this is the last attempt that I do. It's just annoying because it's not a hard concept, you know, quick time events. It's just annoying at times. Because sometimes the game will eat my inputs. And it's really, really annoying when my inputs aren't. So what I mean by eat my inputs, in case you're wondering, is it's not an offensive thing. That's now that I think about it, I just want to yell, eat my inputs to someone. It's when you press a button and the game doesn't, you know, think you pressed the button, so it'll penalize you. So in this case of a quick time event, it fails you and considers it a hit, which is really annoying. But there are sections. It's funny because this was the only section where I really had any time difference, where it felt like the timing of this was off. It was only the second area, because the third area I got past on the first try, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, so this is the third and last area. I think it's getting faster. At this point, I was just sort of like, I am becoming the... I've become the quick time event god, so I barely missed that one. Or barely got that one. Zig Voo Zag. It's so weird to hear. And I didn't realize they were saying stuff until I heard Sly say it instead of her. Because I was like... Because I didn't really understand the hoarseness, the whoo whoo. I was like, what the fuck kind of noises are those? And I realized she's actually saying Voo. Because the X's do. So yeah, that's the entire fight right there.
You certainly got some rhythm, Raccoon.
Thank you, I think.
But it won't help you none if you're fixing
Oh, Dance Dance Ruby.
Panda King. He's tough, with a capital T.
Run like an Egyptian.
You go poking around his stronghold in China, you're likely to get poked back.
Yeah, well, if he's anything like the rest of you, I think I'll manage.
I'm pretty sure I called this guy Chen earlier.
This section of the Thievius Raccoonus held notes from my pioneering ancestor, Slighton Common. His invisibility technique allowed him to steal from corrupt pharaohs and greedy noblemen. Right on schedule, Inspector Fox's arrival cued my exit. The production of zombies, made illegal in the World Peace Accord of 71,
Latin honey, you bust big bad voodoo mama.
While the gang and I enjoyed a few weeks in the tropical sunshine, working on our tans in preparation for our next caper.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I called the Panda King Chen, just because every time I see Panda that breathes fire, I just assume it's Chen from World of Warcraft. Chen Stormstout, in case you're wondering. It's usually the same person, you know.
The road trip gave
the
me
brewmaster.
the time I needed to study up on the Panda King. Born penniless, he was fascinated by the fireworks rich noblemen set off every New Year's. He spent a decade learning the art. But when he tried to offer his fireworks to the noblemen, they couldn't see past his shabby clothes and chased him away. Humiliated, the Panda King took revenge on those who shunned him by using the very tools of his art for crime. The Fiendish Five recruited him as their demolitions expert, and from then on, his explosive touch became feared worldwide. He's rumored to be perfecting some new firework technique high in the unstable Kunlun Mountains of western China.
I can't wait for the boss fight. I can't wait for it. Sly Cooper in... in Fire in the Sky. The reason why I can't wait for the boss fight because he has this repetition of a phrase of an attack move, sort of like those animes where they like have to overemphasize the move they're using, like a Kamehameha. He has one of those. It's so good, and I didn't want to spoil it. So this area is much better and I would say easier, for the most part, than the last world. So there's that. There are a few missions where it's kind of like there's a bunch of awkward bottles that I miss, and I spend a long time trying to find them. But this one is much better, much more nicer. It's not that I don't like the last world, it's just that I found the last world really hard for like no reason. And I apparently wanted to activate a roll. I know I did get the upgrade for the world, but I don't know why I swapped to it. Probably just because I accidentally hit it. But yeah, we're going to be going into his fortress in our next episode, I guess. See you then.